Good morning. As the sun rises over Montgomery, Alabama, the city awakens to a somber reality. What began as a night filled with excitement and anticipation has ended in heartbreak, leaving the community searching for answers and comfort. Montgomery, Alabama is reeling after a night of celebration was shattered by gunfire in the heart of downtown. The echoes of sirens and flashing emergency lights now linger, where laughter once filled the air, and the city's spirit has been deeply shaken. Around 11:30 p.m. on October 4, 2025, thousands gathered for festivities, filling the streets with music, food, and the joy of community. The annual event had drawn families, friends, and visitors from across the region, all eager to share in the vibrant atmosphere near Bibb and Commerce streets. But in a matter of seconds, that sense of unity was shattered as chaos erupted. Laughter and music were replaced by panic as shots rang out, sending crowds fleeing in terror. People dropped what they were holding, some losing shoes or personal belongings in the rush to escape. The sound of gunfire cut through the night, and confusion quickly turned to fear as families and friends desperately searched for each other in the chaos. The area, usually alive with people enjoying restaurants and events, became a scene of confusion and fear. Storefronts that had been bustling just moments before were suddenly deserted, their lights still glowing behind police tape. The festive decorations now stood in stark contrast to the grim reality that had unfolded. In an instant, a joyful evening turned into a desperate scramble for safety. Strangers became allies, helping each other find shelter behind cars and in doorways. Some huddled together, whispering prayers and hoping for the chaos to end, while others frantically called loved ones to make sure they were safe. The city now faces a painful new reality, with police tape marking the once bustling streets. Investigators worked through the night, piecing together what happened and searching for answers. The sense of security that Montgomery's residents once felt has been replaced by uncertainty and sorrow. Montgomery is left grappling with loss, trauma, and unanswered questions. In the aftermath, the community has come together for vigils and moments of silence, supporting one another through grief and shock. The pain is palpable, but so is the determination to heal and to honor those affected. Our thoughts are with all those affected as the community begins the long road to healing. In the days ahead, Montgomery will lean on its resilience, drawing strength from unity and compassion as it seeks to recover from this unimaginable tragedy. The tragedy's toll is measured not just in numbers, but in the lives lost and the countless others forever changed. In a matter of moments, what should have been an ordinary evening turned into a scene of chaos and heartbreak. 14 people were shot, 2 did not survive, leaving families and friends grappling with unimaginable loss and sorrow. The impact of this violence ripples far beyond the immediate victims, touching everyone who calls this community home. Among those who lost their lives was a woman whose identity remains private as officials work to notify her loved ones. Her absence leaves a void that can never truly be filled, and her family now faces the difficult task of mourning in the public eye, while the community grieves alongside them. 12 others, including 2 juveniles, were injured, turning a night of fun and celebration into a nightmare for so many families. The sudden violence shattered the sense of safety and joy, leaving parents, siblings, and friends anxiously waiting for news in hospital corridors, their lives upended in an instant. The presence of children among the wounded deepens the heartbreak, reminding us all of the innocence lost and the long road to healing that lies ahead. For these young victims, the trauma will linger long after the physical wounds have healed, affecting their families and their futures in ways that are difficult to comprehend. Each victim has a story, a family, and a future now altered. Behind every statistic is a person with dreams, hopes, and loved ones who care deeply for them. The pain of this tragedy is felt in living rooms, at dinner tables, and in the quiet moments when families remember what has been lost. Survivors now face a long and difficult journey of physical and emotional recovery. Some will endure surgeries and months of rehabilitation, while others will struggle with the invisible scars of trauma and fear. The road ahead is uncertain, but they are not alone. Family, friends, and the wider community stand ready to support them every step of the way. The entire community shares in this pain, united in grief and support. Vigils, prayers, and acts of kindness have become a source of comfort, as neighbors come together to mourn, remember, and begin the process of healing. In these moments, the strength and compassion of Montgomery shine through. Behind every number is a real person. Mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, friends, each with a unique story and a place in the hearts of those who love them. The loss and suffering are deeply personal, and the community's response is a testament to the bonds that hold it together. As Montgomery mourns, it also rallies around those fighting to recover. Volunteers deliver meals, neighbors offer support, and strangers donate blood, all in an effort to help those affected begin to rebuild their lives. The outpouring of generosity and solidarity is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest times, hope endures. Their resilience is a testament to the human spirit, a spirit that refuses to be broken, even in the face of tragedy. Together, Montgomery will continue to heal, remember, and move forward, honoring those lost and supporting those who remain. In the immediate aftermath of the tragedy, emergency crews responded with remarkable speed and coordination, rushing the injured to local hospitals as sirens pierced the night air. The scene was chaotic, with first responders working tirelessly to stabilize victims and transport them as quickly as possible. Among the facilities receiving patients was Baptist Medical Center South, which quickly became a hub of urgent activity as ambulances arrived one after another, each carrying people in desperate need of care. Inside the emergency rooms, medical teams sprang into action. Doctors, nurses, and support staff worked through the night, treating a wide range of injuries. Some victims arrived with minor cuts and bruises, while others suffered from severe trauma, requiring immediate surgery and intensive care. Of the 12 survivors, 3 remain in critical condition, including one of the juveniles. These patients are being closely monitored in the intensive care unit, where every moment is crucial. Their families and medical teams are holding on to hope as they fight for their lives. In the waiting rooms, families gather, their faces etched with worry and exhaustion. They cling to each other, anxiously awaiting updates from doctors, hoping for any sign of improvement in their loved ones' conditions. 9 others suffered less severe injuries, but their journeys are far from over. Many face broken bones, deep lacerations, and emotional trauma that will take time to heal. Nurses and therapists are already beginning the process of rehabilitation, helping these patients take their first steps toward recovery. Amid the uncertainty, there is a glimmer of hope. One patient has already been discharged, greeted by relieved family members and hospital staff. This small victory brings encouragement to others still fighting to recover. The randomness of the violence meant that some escaped with only minor wounds, while others were left in critical peril. The unpredictability of the injuries has left the community shaken as everyone tries to make sense of what happened. Throughout the ordeal, medical staff have been hailed as heroes. Their compassion and expertise have provided not only physical care, but also comfort and reassurance to both patients and their families during these dark hours. Outside the hospital walls, the community has come together, holding vigils and offering prayers for the full recovery of all the injured. Their support is a testament to the strength and resilience of the people affected by this tragedy. For many survivors, the path ahead will be long and challenging, both physically and emotionally. Physical therapy, counseling, and ongoing medical care will be essential as they work to rebuild their lives. The scars of this night, both visible and invisible, will linger for all involved. But with the support of their families, medical teams, and the wider community, there is hope that healing, though slow, is possible. Law enforcement quickly clarified that this was not a random mass shooting. Police Chief Jim Grayboys explained the violence erupted between 2 groups, not a lone attacker. Innocent bystanders were caught in the crossfire of a targeted dispute. Several firearms with high-capacity magazines were recovered, amplifying the devastation. The shooter's reckless disregard for life turned a public space into a battlefield. Police now focus on identifying everyone involved in the gunfight. The challenge, holding those responsible accountable for the lives shattered. City leaders addressed the public with sorrow and determination. Mayor Stephen Reed condemned the violence, vowing justice for the victims. He promised those responsible would be held up as examples. This will not be tolerated. Police Chief Grayboys echoed the commitment, assuring the community of relentless pursuit. Their unified front offers reassurance and hope to a shaken city. Montgomery's leaders channel grief into action, promising safety and justice. Even in darkness, their resolve is a beacon for the community. Saturday night was meant to be a celebration in Montgomery. The city hosted the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic, Alabama State's homecoming, and the Alabama National Fair. Downtown was packed with thousands enjoying parades, games, and festivities. The shooting erupted in the heart of this joyful crowd, making the tragedy even more shocking. Police were stationed nearby, underscoring the brazen nature of the act. The violence shattered a weekend of pride and unity, leaving a lasting scar. What should have been a night of community became a night of terror. Thanks to the heavy police presence for the city's events, officers responded within moments. Their immediate priority: stop the threat and secure the area. Officers rendered aid, applied tourniquets, and helped the injured until paramedics arrived. The scene was quickly cordoned off for investigation. Police guided panicked crowds to safety and began collecting evidence. The professionalism and speed of the response were crucial in the aftermath. Their actions laid the groundwork for the ongoing investigation. With the crisis contained, police launched a full-scale investigation. Multiple people have been brought in for questioning, though no suspects are confirmed yet. Recovered firearms and high-capacity magazines are being analyzed for clues. Investigators are combing through physical and digital evidence, including witness videos and photos. Police urge anyone with information to come forward. The motive remains unclear as detectives piece together the events and relationships involved. Every detail matters in the search for justice. The task is daunting, but the commitment from law enforcement is unwavering. Montgomery's community waits for answers and accountability. As night falls, Montgomery faces grief and a shaken sense of security. A night of pride has become a symbol of senseless violence. The families of the victims mourn, and the city calls for healing. This tragedy highlights the urgent need to address gun violence and public safety. It's a call for unity: leaders, law enforcement, and citizens working together for change. In the darkness, the community's strength shines through acts of support and solidarity. Vigils and prayers offer comfort, and hope persists for recovery and justice. The journey to healing will be long, but Montgomery will walk it together. Our hearts remain with the city as it seeks peace and strength in the days ahead.